Hey everyone, got a different kind of video for you today other than lawn care. I'm going to be installing a couple of these Blink cameras. Now if you don't know anything about home security cameras, this one in particular runs off a pair of AA lithium batteries. It claims that there's a 2-year battery life with just a single pair of AA's. Now I got this because I'm going to install it in a couple of spots where I'm not going to be able to actually run any power or network cables or anything like that. I already have one above my front door, and I want to install this one at my back porch, so it's probably going to go over here. Now I was just going to do a quick unboxing and show you what this looks like and how easy it is to set up. Now there's two components to the Blink security system. You have this little puck that gets plugged in. This is a wireless communication device that bridges the gap between the camera and your Wi-Fi network so you can receive alerts for it. It's this tiny little thing. It's got a USB port, which I assume is probably for like firmware updates or something like that. So I've got it plugged in kind of in a central location in my house. So I've got it in my kitchen above my refrigerator so it can reach the front door where I've got one camera, and the second camera is going to go towards the back door. And that is just the only thing you need to get the system to work. Let's go ahead and open this up. Pretty simple. There's not much to it. The instructions are super easy. Once you see the application that it comes with, the mobile app, it's even easier. There is a QR code on the back of the camera that you scan in order to add your camera to your system whenever you buy a new one. So it's really that simple. And it's got some instructions on the back here, which I already know how to install this. It's super easy, but it just walks you through how to remove the back latch to put your batteries in. Tells you there is a switch on the back for the indicator lights, which you can turn on or off. I like to keep mine off so it's kind of more discreet. You really can't see that there's a camera anywhere unless you're looking for it. So it's completely weatherproof. The Blink XT is, at least. The older version of this, the Blink, was a white model, and that was an interior camera only, which is good for motion detection and things like that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I might be able to pop it open from the back. Come on. Destroy the box in the process. Maybe if I followed instructions. There we go. So this is the lock for the battery cover. You just kind of push this down and pop it off. Like so. You just kind of push in and down, lift cover from bottom, and pull it out. If I can do this one-handed, which I cannot. Anyway, the mount for this kind of sucks. That comes with it at least. But I got the battery cover off. Comes with a pair of lithium energizer batteries. Just put those in the back, and there's a QR code on the back side. I'm not going to show that because it's unique to my system. I don't want anybody to steal it and connect to my cameras or something. I'm not even sure if that's possible, but security. Anyway, this is the cover, or the mount. It snaps onto the back just like this, and then you can screw it into your wall or wherever you want to mount it, and it just angles back and forth like this. So like I was saying, the mount is kind of chintzy. You can buy aftermarket ones on Amazon, which I would highly recommend. There's a few different mounting options available. Just take a look for Amazon, do a search for Blink XT camera mounts, and you'll find a whole bunch of them. Aftermarket ones and some made by the company. So all it does is it just adjusts angle like this, and that's pretty much it. And it comes with a couple of screws to mount it. These are very short. Just one screw, so I ended up using a much longer screw to mount this to a piece of wood, and then I screwed the piece of wood into the siding of my house to make it work, because this is just not a very good system. So anyway, I'll get this put together. I'll show you guys how I get it connected to my system and mounted. So this little infrared light starts blinking when you put your batteries in. The app is super simple. Add a device. Now we can add. Tells you to remove the back cover, remove the batteries, reinsert them. Okay, let's do that. And look at that. We added the camera after we scanned the QR code. Updates the firmware wirelessly. Once this process is complete, we can mount it outside. I'll just give you a quick rundown of how the app works. If you want to view your existing camera, you just click on the live view. It'll refresh the image and show you exactly what's going on. There we go. Let's go into settings for this camera. It tells you the battery, temperature, outside or wherever the camera is detected. It's inside right now. You can change some motion settings here. How long you want your clip length to be. I set mine to about, let's do 10 seconds. That way it doesn't kill the battery as quick. So if you have your sensitivity set way up and you have a lot of false alerts, you can turn that down if it's too sensitive. Night vision control on, infrared intensity. All of these settings can change how long your battery lasts for. So I set it about in the middle, and I've had the first camera in my front driveway for about a year now almost, and it still says it's okay. It tells you the status of the Wi-Fi, last updated today. I think we're good. Now this is going to be pointed right at us. It's got a little bit of a delay, but you can see it's working. Nice wide angle. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole process, is getting this stinking thing mounted. So you can see it's got that one screw in there. I've got my drill. I've got a drill bit attached to it that's slightly smaller than the shank of the screw. So what I'm planning on doing is I think I'm going to mount it up underneath here somewhere into the soffit. This is metal. This is vinyl here from the siding. I'm going to try to pop it up into here. But first I'm going to pre-drill, because this isn't a self-tapping screw, or maybe it is, but it's probably a wood screw and not meant for aluminum soffit like that. So, like I said, this thing only angles up or down, and actually it does kind of swivel side to side just a little bit like that. You can see that once it's mounted, you just kind of swivel it. And this part is what snaps into the other side of the camera. So here we've got, I'm going to leave that plastic protector on there. There's a little bit of a hole here, and you can see it just hinges on there just like this. Once you get positioned, you can kind of swivel it back and forth and figure out where you want it, and it just pops off. So like I said, it's not the most secure thing in the world, so just be careful of where you're positioning it so you're not putting it in somewhere that's going to get knocked over or get caught in the wind or anything like that, which is why I'm putting it up underneath things, just to keep it out of the way. Alright, we'll get this pre-drilled and mounted. Sorry if the angle's terrible. The first thing you want to do is kind of pre-stage where you're going to want this to go. So what I like to do is just kind of get everything loosely fitted. So let's say I want it facing the road like this. I'm going to want it as close to the driveway as possible, and probably further forward than further back. So I'm going to try to put it like here. So what I'll do is I'll just snap this on as if it's fitted, and as this is screwed in, it's not going to work. So I might have to screw it into here, or do it upside down. So this is going to go in, like that. And then you just rotate the camera around like that. So you notice how I'm just kind of playing with it just to figure out how it works. So I know I didn't want it mounted like this because, well, it would have swiveled the wrong way and the camera would have been facing straight down. So that's why I say test fit everything before you permanently start screwing things in. Because you only want to make one hole. So I'm going to go like that. That's going to go straight up like that. And then we can just swivel it as we see fit. And then I can kind of angle it a little bit, maybe point it down, or up. And in fact, I can whip out my phone and see what it looks like. So I'll get the hole screwed in. Alright, I drilled the hole. I'm gonna screw it in by hand, just so that way I don't strip the hole out. And then we'll just get it for its final adjustment. And that's pretty much all there is to mounting an outdoor camera. I might have to put a block of wood under that just so I can get underneath this lip a little bit further. So what I'll probably do is cut like a little 1 inch by 1 inch square of wood there and mount the block of wood up to the soffit and then screw the camera into the block of wood. I've done that in the past and it worked good. So we'll see how it works, if I can get this tightened up and how I like it. If you found this video useful, hit subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. If you got any questions or comments, leave them below. Until next time, thanks for watching.